Hey guys, welcome to Pages with Sidra. Today we are going to start chapter 680 of Magic Emperor. If you haven't watched the previous chapters, make sure to check them out on my channel. Now, without any delay, let's dive into the chapter. Our chapters start with Chu Qingsheng nodded and saying, "You know some, but not everything, not what he went through to do it. I was still stubborn back then, forcing him to accept me." Chu Qingsheng began narrating the days of old, from how the Seven Houses conflict started, to Zhuo Yifan's cruel path, of Ning'er's death, of Zhuo Yifan's fall to madness, of his struggle and his white hair. Whether it was telling her story or Zhuo Yifan's, she always had that reminiscing smile. It was then that I knew this man was far from dead inside. He is only holding himself back, is all. The path he threads is destined to be cruel and cold. So how could I want to be an obstacle? That's why I left, so that he would never fall into such despair again after what happened to Ning'er. If he is safe, I will be content. Chu Qingsheng smiled at Shui Ruohua. I'm so happy to find that he still cares about me. The girls were taken aback. They would never have imagined a cruel and cold demonic cultivator like Zhuo Yifan would go through such pain and agony. I see. So that's why Edifice Lord Chu does not cling to him, because you trust him completely. Xie Tianshang sighed. But by the looks of it, he will always be conflicted. Which is more important, the demonic path or love? This will be his final trial. I only hope he will be able to overcome it quickly and get stronger with it. That way I can also follow my goal by following him forever. The girls raised an eyebrow. That's some bromance. Xie Tianshang noticed their quirky looks and was baffled. Outside of Mystical Heaven Sect's courtyard, in a remote corner, stood a tall man, Zhuo Yifan. Ever since Xie Tianshang entered, he had been standing here. He only wanted to see him come out, proving that Chu Qingsheng was all right. Whoosh! Someone flashed behind him and said in a familiar tone, spreading a strong scent of alcohol, "Ha! You just can't let her go, can you?" Zhuo Yifan looked back to see the drunk Dan Xingshun smiling at him. "Senior, how are you still here?" Zhuo Yifan asked. Dan Xingshun said, I told you, there's no place that can bar me on these lands. I can go wherever I want." "What? You have a problem with people coming from behind?" No, you can do what you wish." Zhuo Yifan's face twitched. Dan Xingshun gave him a long look, then snickered. "Why does love exist in this world? To teach people about the meaning of life? Kid, if you want that lass, just go get her. What's there to be conflicted about? Senior, please don't joke. You know as well that this isn't my path." Zhuo Yifan sighed inside. Dan Xingshun nodded. "Oh, quite true. That only means you're fickle. You had 2 girls, and now you got a 3rd one. You don't deserve her." "Senior, don't joke. You know what I mean." Zhuo Yifan's face twitched again, and he sighed. "I walk the demonic path, a dead road filled with cruelty and no emotions. How can I let emotions take me? If I do, it will harm me and especially her. So why bother? The past is a living testament to that." Dan Xingshun gave him a long look, then said, "Then what are you standing around here for? Since you're dead inside, kill all emotions. Standing out here, spying on a girl's window is doing neither of you any good. Senior is right, but after all that has happened, I just can't let go." Zhuo Yifan sighed. "I never owed anyone a favor. I have only had others owe me. The minute I owe someone, it would be very hard to pay it back." Dan Xingshun grinned. "A story. I just love stories. Come here and tell me. Maybe I can help you solve your troubles." All right. It's my fortune to have Senior's care." Zhuo Yifan began narrating the 7 Houses conflicts, the esoteric debate, in every detail. "Saving Ning'er was my problem. She had nothing to do with it. In the end, she was forced to go to Mystical Heaven Sect, so I could save Ning'er. I don't even know what kind of conditions she had to accept either. I just don't know when I will ever be able to return the favor. If I don't, then I will never know peace for as long as I live." Zhuo Yifan shook his head. Dan Xingshun turned serious as well. "A strange girl indeed. To save your friend, she trapped herself. Now I understand why you regarded Lu Xie's attack as if he attacked your friends. This is a heavy debt. The only way I can see it returned is if you give your heart and soul for her." "Hey, Senior, please speak properly." Yeah, a dead and cruel path, yada yada." Dan Xingshun said casually, then turned solemn. "Kid, I may not be a demonic cultivator and don't understand your way, but all paths lead to the truth, the Tao. That, at least, I do know. Even on the emotionless and cruel path, you need to feel first before you can squash your emotions. How else can you remove something that wasn't there to begin with? Just like us righteous cultivators who pursued justice. Where would justice be if not for evil? How would you know justice without understanding evil? Here's an example. That universal righteous sect, they just love preaching justice left and right. But how many do you think are aware of what that even means? Is justice fighting some demonic cultivators? That's not even breaking the surface. Zhuo Yifan pondered, having noticed the wisdom but had yet to unravel its profound meaning. It seemed there was a thick shroud covering his sight, never lifting. Kid, Dan Xing sighed. You have so many girls around you, yet only that last is a bit special. I thought you were serious about her, but after hearing your story, I'm having second thoughts. Do you feel guilty about her, or is it really love? Zhuo Yifan frowned and shook his head. I do not know. Ha ha ha, you're still naive. Dan Xing shook his head. Then let this old man teach you. Close your eyes and recall that perfect moment of bliss and happiness. Zhuo Yifan did so and relaxed, his mind at peace. Through the stream of memories, he only found two that fit the old man's question. I have two peaceful memories. One is in the All-Beast mountain range, with Ninger and Xie Tianyang. Ha ha ha, three people's happiness. Dan Xing shook his head. But they are nothing more than your precious friends. That's not the one. There's no such thing as happiness between three people. Then there's the other, in a rundown house. How many? Dan Xing asked. Two. Man? Woman? Woman? Who is she? Dan Xing shouted now. Zhuo Yifan opened his eyes, and his face grew grave. And with that, the chapter comes to an end. Thank you for watching till the end. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more updates.